Alright, how you guys doing out there? I got this new holster, okay? It's a Blackhawk level 2 serpa drop leg. And this thing, I love it. Oh, I love it. It's so comfortable. I open carry. This is normally what I open carry with. However, I found that having carried with a level 1 retention holster for so long, my muscle memory isn't there for this level 2. I know I have to push the button to release the weapon. I don't have a problem doing it. It's the idea that I haven't done it in years past while carrying and drawing. Now I'm throwing a new twist into the mix. Not to mention, it's a drop leg. This goes on my belt. I don't see much of a difference there. I feel more comfortable having it right on my leg. That's just me. I like this holster. No complaints about it, really. I saw this thing about somebody saying it was a holster of death. Okay, and I have to agree with that in the sense that it's possible, but I also disagree because the odds of it happening are like slim to none. Alright. When I was like 13, 14 years old. I'm sorry. When I was about 13, 14 years old, I had seen a magician on TV throwing cards at a fruit or something like that. So I got me a deck of cards, and I went in my basement, and I decided I'm going to start throwing these cards. Well, we had this bed frame leaned up against the wall, and it was the thing that you set your box spring and your mattress on, right? The frame. Well, at the joints, at the corners of the frame, there was a little crack where the pieces of metal come together. And where those two pieces of metal come together, I threw a card, and it goes and it sticks right in that crack from about 15 feet away. I wasn't trying. I was just practicing throwing these cards, flicking them like I saw on TV, right? And sure enough, thing hits right on the crack of the mattress frame. And the reason that has relevance is because the only way I believe that this holster here is gonna cost you your life is if somehow, some way, a pebble or a rock or something of the right size were to get right up in here around this edge of the trigger release, this little button release right here, okay? If there was something that could fit just right in there to keep you from pushing that button down to draw your weapon, that's the only thing that's going to prevent you from drawing this weapon. It may cost your life. And how many of us on a daily basis are wearing drop leg holsters, rolling in dirt and stomping through the woods and mud? I mean, I'm not even worried about that if I were to carry this out in the woods. I think this is great for being out in the woods, personally. However, the odds of that happening are unlikely even, because this is an open back here. It's open, right? So, the only way this holster is going to cost you your life is if you really can't get that out, because in any instance where you have to draw your gun quick, yeah, you want to practice with it, absolutely. Any instance where you have to draw your gun quick, I'm pretty sure you're gonna know that, hey, maybe I should push this button to get my gun out. No, I'm not saying it's gonna come to you right off the bat. I've already found myself drawing my weapon and not pushing the button. But like I said, that's because I've carried with level 1 retention for almost 2 years now, and that's just something that I gotta, work around. Another aspect of training that I should be skilled in a sense. But I mean, from right here, even as long as I've had this holster, Again, bam, bang, bang. Search and assess, reholster. See here? Bang, bang. Search and assess, reholster. Right? Bang, bang. Search and assess, reholster. Now, I'm only... Here. Tilt it back a little bit so you can see. Alright, so I'd be like this, right? In here. Search and assess, bang. Oh. Got ahead of myself there. That was my bad. So your jaw. Bang, bang. Search and assess, reholster. Right? Bang, bang. Search and assess, reholster. Now, like I said, I haven't used this holster much, so I have to look down and see where I'm putting my weapon at. With my other holster, I could just without even looking. And I'm quick with that because I've trained with it so much. Here, you know, I gotta reach a little bit lower. You gotta take the time to push that button in, and then draw out, come out, bang, bang. Search and assess, reholster. So, bang, bang. Search and assess, reholster. Now, granted, if you draw too carelessly, I've never had a problem with keeping my fingers straight and off the trigger. That's how I draw. Just like that, every time. Now, some people have longer fingers, so when they draw their fingers on that trigger guard. Mine, where I get my comfortable grip, where I like to draw from, my finger doesn't quite hit that trigger guard because I got shorter fingers. So I just keep my fingers straight. I haven't had a problem with it so far, but then again, I'm not trying to draw Superman speed either. I draw what's comfortable for me. I'm not going to do it too fast and risk blowing my foot off. I don't want to get hit with one of these 40 caliber Remington 185 grain hollow points. Things are look pretty nasty. I don't want to put one in my leg. And that's how that comes down to being safe. Practicing with your weapon. Knowing how to handle your weapon. Knowing what your limits are and trying to stretch your limits, but not overdoing them. Overdo your limits, that's when people get hurt. No such thing as accidental discharge, only negligent discharge. But like I was saying, you know, I highly doubt anybody on a daily basis is rolling in dirt and mud and getting into objects that would happen to cause this holster to malfunction in a way that you die over it. Practice, practice, practice. I don't care how good you think you are at practice. I'm awesome with this holster. I can draw and let off 2 rounds in under a second and a half. So, I'm good with this. Something new for me now. You gotta practice with it. But for the money, under $100 online, cheaper than dirt.com. Okay? Can't complain. Can't complain. Fits great. The straps are awesome. It adjusts. It hugs to your leg perfectly. When I run, I have jogged with it on just to see how it feels. It wobbles a little bit, but hey, it's on your leg. What do you expect? But for, you know, if it's too loose, tighten it up a little bit. Get it to your comfort level. Works awesome. I don't have any problems with it. No complaints. I think it just looks pretty sweet as well. I mean, it really does. My pistol is loaded. I don't unload it unless I really need to because I don't like to chamber that same round in over and over again and shove the round deeper into the casing. I don't know. You got your two little belt clips here. You know, fairly functional. No complaints there either. I'd recommend getting a thick belt. I have on a pretty thick belt right now, but you know, for the whole point here, holster of death, I'm not gonna buy that one. Train with your gear. Train with your equipment. Know what you have. Know where it's at. Know how to use it. Be safe. Practice, 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 and be safe. That's really all I can say. You guys got any more questions you want me to do a review on something? Let me know. Deuce.